All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tips and Gist Classroom. This evening, we're going to learn an important aspect of migration through the work route, and that is you writing a cover letter. Now, when you apply for jobs online to UK, Canada, US, apart from your CV or the resume or Europass, according to the countries, they will ask for supporting documents. Now, every country is having a way of calling it. So UK will say a supporting document. Canada, USA will say cover letter. Europe will say motivational letter. So it's a form of essay writing. In our local language, we call it application letter. So somebody will say write an application letter for a job vacancy or a job interview or whatever, as we were taught in senior high school. And that is what we say a cover letter in terms of Canada job application. Now, apart from that, whatever I'm come to teach you today, you can transfer knowledge. How we are going to write the cover letter, the softwares we are going to use, the method we're going to use to write the cover letter is the same knowledge. You have to apply that same knowledge when you want to write something like a personal statement for a school application or statement of purpose, or even during visa application. If you want to write letter of explanation, it's the same softwares. So I'm going to introduce to you three good softwares that I use for my documentations, especially for the cover letter. Three good softwares. In fact, one thing I want to tell you is those softwares are not for free. I subscribe to them and I use them on monthly basis. And so every month, each of them, they deduct from my bank account. I don't know how long you can use those softwares, but if you are okay with them, you just use it. Anytime that you want to unsubscribe, you do it because they will continue to deduct from your bank account. It is not free. There are free things over there, but I don't use free things. People are using Chat GPT or whatever. These I don't like those ideas. I want softwares that you can command it to write it as you want, and not a software that it will just write anything random on the internet for you. Okay. So I want to assure you guys, because I don't want you guys to say, Tips, I went there, I tried, I did it, and I couldn't download. Before you can download anything that you finish, you have to pay for it. The first software is a software to design the cover letter. So you writing the application letter, it's just like you writing a letter to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or let's say you writing a letter for a job interview. Somebody can choose to go and buy A4 sheet and then write very nice on it. Somebody can also choose to take a paper out of the exercise book and then use it. Somebody can also choose to take any random paper outside. So the presentation of it. So you see somebody going to buy A4 sheet to just write a very nice handwriting on it and then put it in an envelope and submit it to the employer. And then you going to write it, take a paper out of your notebook or exercise book, and then you also write. You see, it is very different. You understand? So when we were in secondary school, we had a certain official sheet. We called it, is it foolscap notebook or something? One official sheet that it is very longer than the actual exercise book that we use to write letters or like a professional writings. But this time you are doing everything electronically. So the first thing is a software, foolscap sheet. The first thing is a software to design the cover letter for it to appear nicely to catch the employers. That is your first aim. Because if the cover letter, the appearance of the cover letter is not nice, the employers are not even going to read whatever it is on the letter. So your first aim is to catch the employer's attention. And that is why I am going to give you a software that has been optimized to a standard of Canada. They have designs, different designs that you can use that is going to catch the employers. Apart from that, that same software The way the design is, it has been, how do we call it? It has been optimized in such a way that there are some suggestions that you can just look at. Okay, I have to enter my introduction here. I want to enter the body here. I want to enter the conclusion here. I want to write my personal details over here. I want to sign over here. So the software is having that ability to do that for you. Apart from that, there is another software that I will introduce to you, and that is going to write the essay for us. The first software can write the essay, but it cannot write it as the second software. So, because I want you to do the writing, I will give you another software that can write better than the first software. But the second software is not having any design. It only writes. So after writing, you have to copy everything that the software will write for you, and then you come and paste it in the first software. You get it? So the first software can give you the design and everything, the topic by topic, topic by topic, but it cannot write properly. People use it to write cover letters, but you cannot command the software as you want. The software will it's just like the chat GPT. It just write what it wants for you. So I don't want that. I want it to be as if you are commanding the software, what you want the software to do for you. And so we're going to use another software, second software, to write properly. And then a third software that is going to correct everything that the second software will write. Because the second software is going to write it in a way that somebody will read and say, no, this one, you didn't write it. You used an artificial intelligence, or you used AI, or you used a software to write. So another software cannot write, but that software can change the English, can humanize the English into a human form, can also detect plagiarism. When we say plagiarism, it is you using somebody's content without referencing or citation. And then you writing a cover letter, you don't want to reference because you want it to be your own work. And so you don't want to reference. If you use somebody's material without referencing to, it is a plagiarism. But you know, this artificial intelligence, if you command it to write something for you, it will be picking some intelligence from other platforms, other similar materials. And so some of the sentences or some of the paragraphs may be copied from other places, of which you don't know, you are not aware. So the third software can just humanize everything and also detect if you have plagiarized. I know some of the words I'm using, you guys are not conversant with them, but these are the right words I have to use. And that is why I've explained the plagiarism to you guys. Now, let us begin. I am going to use, I don't know, I'm going to write a cover letter for a midwife. Let me use a midwife as an example. A cover letter for a midwife role. All right. So the first software is what you are seeing on the screen. Please, if you're on TikTok, I will encourage you to join me right on YouTube. You see, that is my perfect resume. This same software is what you guys use to write, how do you call it? The resume. And that is the same software that has the design for the cover letter. And so if you have it, it can write the resume and a cover letter for you. The designs for the cover letter. All right. I have embedded every link of all the three softwares. I've embedded their links right on YouTube. So you click on the caption and then you go to see the links and then you can use them. Now, I'll come here. I want to start from scratch. They're going to ask me the level of experience. So I always choose 3 years to 5 years. Let me cancel this name and then use John Mensah. John Mensah. So they ask for the first name and the last name. Now look at, they ask for the color of the cover letter. I always choose this blue, right? And then they ask for the format. They have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Sometimes I go for the Pacific format. You see, they have the Pacific, refined, white space, modern, professional, contempo. So I always go for the Pacific. Now, as soon as you choose the template and the color here, the recommended color here, you go to choose template. And then they're going to ask you, are you already having a resume or you want to create a new letter? So you go to create a new letter. Then you go to continue. Then they're going to ask you, do you have a specific job in mind? Then you say, yes, I have a job in mind. Then they ask you, what is the job and the name of the company? Now the job is a midwife. I want to apply for a midwife. So midwife. Now desired company. If you know a particular company that you're writing the cover letter to, then you have to type the company over there. But because in Canada, you do a mass application, you cannot always be editing the companies. So what you have to do is to leave the company blank so that when you are giving the cover letter to the company, in the email, you address the company's name. You understand? So the company's name wouldn't appear in your cover letter, but it will appear in the introductory email. All right. So that you can use the same cover letter for several companies. So let's say a midwife. Continue. They'll ask you to choose some skills of midwife position. Now, I told you that this software want to write the cover letter for you, but you don't want it to write. You just need their template. So you can choose any of the skills or you can skip it, right? It is those who cannot use the second software, they have to choose some skills that they think that, oh, these are my skills. But I don't think you want to use about 3 skills because they can only let you choose between 3 to 5. Maybe you have about 7 skills. That means this software is not good for you because it will only feature about only 3 or 5 skills for you. So that is why I don't use it. So I will skip this one, skip for now. Then to ask for strength, the same thing. You can only choose a maximum of 3 here. And I want to use about 5 strengths. So I will just probably, there's no skip over here. So I can just choose any of them and say continue, fine. Then they're going to ask you your most recent job. So let's say you are a midwife currently also. So midwife. So if you are a midwife going to apply for a care job, the first one will be the job in mind will be a healthcare assistant. And then your recent job, you're going to type a midwife here. Then you go to continue. Then they're going to ask you, do you have any gap in history? If you have a gap, you have to indicate the gap. But if you don't have a gap, then you have to stop. Now, gap, you can only see it on your CV. So before you even write a cover letter, you already have a CV. Right after CV, that is when you write a cover letter. So if you write a CV and you realize that there's a gap on your CV, then you need to explain the gap on your cover letter. So let's say your first job was from 2019 to 2021. And after 2021, you were not working for 6 months. So from January 2021, you went home, and then your next job is June 2021. That 5 months interval is a gap. They want to know what you were doing. And then you don't want to give any funny excuse. So I always tell people that even when you're doing the resume, try and close the gap. Close it, don't let that space. The only time that you have to explain yourself is probably you went for a maternity leave, a sick leave, or you traveled. That is fine. But if you quit a job and then you sit in home, it is a red flag for every employer. So you don't want to tell them that you lost your first job and so you were home hunting for next job. No, try and close the gaps. Don't explain anything. But if you want to explain, then you choose yes, and then you explain the gap. So in this case, I'm going to say no. Then I go to continue. Then they're going to ask for your writing style. I told you that you don't need this software to write it for you. So you just choose any style for you because you don't need it. At the end of the day, whatever they write for you, you are going to delete it. You are going to delete it. We only need the template. They are going to ask for a signature. You can choose to type the signature. You can choose to draw the signature. You see, I'm using the mouse to draw the signature. You see, So if you can use the mouse to draw, fine. If you are using the mobile phone, then you can draw. If not, then you have to close it and then you skip. You can skip it. It is not compulsory. You have to keep your signature on it. So you go to skip for now. Then they're going to ask for availability. They're going to ask for confidentiality. And then they are going to ask for gaps. Relocation is there. Salary requirements is there. Now, because you are not allowing them to write for them, you can just skip this, but you realize that when you're going to let the other software write for you, try and cover some of these topics. So on your cover letter, you've already seen that you need to advertise your strength, you need to advertise your skills, you need to advertise your gap if it is available, your availability, confidentiality, relocation, and salary. So put it at the back of your mind that we are not using this. And so when we are using the next software, we need to include some of these topics on our cover letter. So you see, it has written the cover letter for us that John Mensah, then address and other stuffs also there. Now you need to edit this part. So you click on it and then you're going to edit. So they're going to ask for your city. So I can say Ejoso, 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 Ghana, right? So sometimes the state, if you know the state, maybe you can use maybe Ashanti region or something like that. Because Ghana, we use region, we don't use state. It's US and all right. So USA state or province, Canada says province, so state or province. So we will say Ashanti region. Then the zip code, you can choose to use Ghana's zip code 00233. Right? Yes. So sometimes, in order not to confuse, I rather bring the Ashanti region to the city and then the state I type Ghana so that it will read Ejoso Ashanti region Ghana. If not, it is going to read Ejoso Ghana Ashanti region, and I don't like it that way. Then you type your email address over here. Then you type your telephone number. So let's say any random telephone number. All right, then we save. So you see that it has appeared Ejoso Ashanti region Ghana. Then the postcode will come, then the telephone number, then your email address will come. Are you guys following? All right. Now, after customizing your personal details, that is the personal details. Now you come to the date. People used to leave the date over there. Another person will say, those who used to come to me, they'll say, Tips, delete the date. I don't need any date because I don't want them to know when I wrote a cover letter. That is fine. But any letter that you write, you are supposed to write a date. So some people will leave it over there. All right. Now, the recipient address. Because you're not writing to one company, I choose to delete this part because if you type any company over there, that means anytime you are submitting a cover letter to another company, you are supposed to come and edit this part and then enter the new recipient address. So the recipient address is the company you are writing to. So I will choose to delete this end. I will choose to delete it. Then it is gone. Now the RE is the job role that you're trying to apply. So reference is a midwife role. All right. Then dear hiring manager. You see, it has written a sample for you. Because you didn't enter any company, it has written target company, target company, the skills and everything into bracket. But we don't need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete the introduction, we're going to delete the body, and then we leave this part. We are leaving this part because we are going to write it on another software, and then we come and delete and then paste it over here at the last part. Then we will get our sincerely John Mensah. So we're going to, this part is going to be where we are going to edit and then paste what we go to write over there. So guys, I am done with part one. You designing the cover letter. So now you can see that the cover letter design is very nice. You have your name on top, you have your address beneath, you have your date, then the job that you apply in the midwife role is written over there. Then dear hiring manager comes, then we are now going to write the letter. Then after that, our conclusion, and then our sincerely, John Mensah will come. Then we are done with the cover letter. So now let us go to the second software. At this point, if you don't understand anything, please draw my attention before we go to the second software, except those who joined late. If you are here and you didn't get any section, if you joined late, you have to rewatch the video again because I cannot go back. But if you are here and then I said something that you don't understand, you can ask me, Tips, what was the meaning of what you said? And then I will explain before I go to the next software. I'm just giving you a minute to think about your question, then type it in the comment section. All right. Then we go to use the next software. All right. I think you guys are not having questions. So let us proceed to the second software. The question is, Chiefs, do students need to write cover letter to apply for a job? Yes, once you're applying for a job, irrespective of who you are, it is a job application and you need a cover letter. All right. So let us go to the second software. The second software is what you're seeing on the screen, the AI essay writer. Now, this software is very expensive. It's very expensive. It is about 18 pounds or so. Now, it is also artificial intelligence, a higher class of artificial intelligence, not just like the chat GPT, where you go and say, write for me, or not like the first one, the resume cover letter, that it will just write anything for you. It didn't ask. You see, when they were asking questions, they never asked where we were working previously. They just asked some few skills, and even the skills they're asking you to choose. They're not letting you to type your skills over there. So you see that software is restricted. But this software, there is nothing on it. You are coming to command it how you want. And that is why I want this software. I like it very much. You understand? So if you look at this one, they are saying write a topic. So, cover letter is the same as application letter. So I am going to write an application letter That is the command I'm giving to the software. So write an application letter for a midwife vacancy. That is fine. That is fine. If I knew the company, then I can write the company over there. But this is fine. If I want other commands, like I should write 1,000 words, especially for supporting documents. If it is UK NHS, then you need to. So I'll teach that one separate. That one you need other additional something because they give a criteria of how you should write the supporting documents, some of the things that should come. But Canada don't give you any criteria. So today, let's do Canada. Let's do Canada. All right. Now, write an application letter for a midwife vacancy. That is the same as a cover letter. Now, this software, you are going to command it. So academic level, you probably want to write it as master's level. They are going to ask you, do you want to write it like a secondary school student writing or undergraduate student or master's student or doctorate student? So master's is fine. I want you to write as the master's level. So you see it has written master's here. Then essay type. Now, there are a lot of essay types. We have argumentative essay, scholarship essay, narrative essay, persuasive essay, analytical essay, and a whole lot. If you are writing just a normal cover letter, then probably you are going to use a scholarship essay. I really like the scholarship because it's write it as if you are going for a scholarship. I also like the interview essay. It write it as if you're going for an interview. But I'm going to teach you a complex writing where you're going to combine something we call compare and contrast. You're going to go deep. There are some job roles that you don't need to write the complex form of cover letters. People come to me, I look at the nature of their job, and I decide what cover letter I should write for them. Whether I should go for the normal cover letter that I write in the form of scholarship, or I should go for the compare and contrast format, the complex format. In the compare and contrast, what you're supposed to do is to go on the portal of the employer, look at the skills and experience that the employer wants you to demonstrate before you get the job role. Then you compare it to your skills and experience on your CV. And then at the end of the day, you tell the employer why you are the best candidate. That is the complex format. And the normal format is when you are telling the employer that you are the best candidate because you possess 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. So you don't tell the employer, you don't compare and contrast. You just tell the employer that these are your skills and experiences. And so you think that you are the best candidate and you have read what is on their portal and you think that you meet majority. So you don't compare, but you let the employer become aware that you've read whatever is on their portal and then you think that you're the best candidate because of A, B, C, D. That is the normal way of writing a cover letter. But the complex version, right? The higher version of it is when you go extra mile to reference what is on their portal and then compare it to yours. So that time you are not going to write the it as an essay, how do we call it, scholarship essay. You go to more types and then you select something we call compare and contrast essay. Compare and contrast essay. All right. Now, after the compare and contrast essay, what you're supposed to do now is to go to the number of pages. So that means the compare and contrast, you're going to write the cover letter in two writings. You first generate a first one that is going to compare and contrast. And then you write another one. Somebody say, kindly zoom your screen a little bit for me. When I zoom, okay, I think this is fine. So if you compare and contrast, you generate that one, then you copy them and put it at maybe Microsoft Word. Then you come and write the normal scholarship where you don't include any skills and experience. And then after that, you go and edit where they generated skills and experience, and then go and input the compare and contrast writing in the middle. That is very complicated. So let me do away with that one, and then I'll teach you later. Okay, because it's very complicated. Some of you will not get it. So let's choose a scholarship essay and then go the normal way instead of the compare and contrast. So let's go the normal way. So number of pages, you can say I want maybe 4 pages. So 4 pages is about 1,000 words. 1,000 words is 4 pages. So you want maybe 4 pages. Then citation, you don't want any citation. Then specific instructions. So you see here, you have about 2,000 words. You are going to instruct the software what you want it to, how you want it to write. And that is why I don't use Chat GPT, because Chat GPT will not let me write what I want it to do for me. And it will not ask me what type of essay or which level of academic writing that they want. But this software will just based on whatever you instruct to do it for you. So the specific instructions, you first tell them that, you see, you have already commanded the software that you are applying for a midwifery role or a midwife vacancy. So you first introduce yourself. The introduction is not going to be your name or something. No, it is going to be your academic level and your work experience. So, for instance, a university graduate, you see, a university graduate or a tertiary graduate. So if you are from a diploma, you didn't go to a university, you can say a tertiary graduate. So a university graduate with diploma in midwifery. That is your first sentence. Then you come to the next line, your skills. Have 3 years of experience, or you can say, because you're currently working with a company, you are currently, so you can say, currently working as a midwife. And then how long have you practiced as a midwife? So with 3 years of working experience. Then the next one, you've introduced yourself by giving your academic level. So if you have past experience that is related to what you are applying for, you can say, oh, have 2 years of past experience as a care assistant. So probably you were a care assistant before you went to do your midwifery, because it depends on whatever job that you're applying for. So if you think that it is not related, don't add it, especially if you were a painter before you became a midwife and then you're going for a midwifery role. You don't need to say I was a painter, because that painting skills, you don't need it for your midwife. But at least if you are a care assistant, it's fine. It's related to that midwifery. So you can include it that, oh, before I became a midwife, I was even a care assistant. So that is the introduction. Now, what experience are you having? What experience are you having? So experience that you have, let me see if I have some experience written here, because we need to buy some time. All right, so you're going to title it, and if you want to give any topic, please type in upper cases for the software to know that that is different from the first one that you typed. All right, so you say experience, then you come down, then you type your experience over there. So I have some past experience written in Microsoft Word, right? So experience, that spelling is wrong. All right, so experience, I communicated. So if this is past, so if you're currently doing it, then you have to put it into current writing. So I communicate with pregnant women in such a way that respects and consider their level of understanding. And the second one is I record all caregiving on the computer system and where required to complete a paper documentation. And the third one is I support with infant feeding and actively encourage and support women or birth people. Yes. And the fourth one is I carry out phlebotomy, neonatal screening, serum bilirubin. These are midwifery terms, right? And also, you can leave this out. Record clients' daily food fluids, support clients who can't move on their own. So these are some of the experience you've gained as a midwife. Now, if you have past experience as a care assistant, then you can say, oh, yes. So this one, if you want to add that one too, because it is related to the job, your past experience, then you can say, okay, fine. Current experience. Then you come down again, you leave some space. So if you are going to another section or another topic, you have to leave one space. So past experience. If you want the AI to know that your past experience was not in the midwifery, then you need to explain. So as a care assistant. All right. Then now you can type your past experience. So let me see if I have experience as a care assistant here on my computer. Do I have any samples as a care assistant? Do you have a care assistant here? Okay. So you can see this one is a past, so you can write it in past tense. So the first one is assisted with medications and transfer of patients from chair to bed. Then hosted weekly sing along. You see, this is for like something like a care home, but if you are a care assistant in a hospital, I don't think you do those stuffs. So you can leave that part over there. You can delete it. Provided personalized care for over 600 elderly clients, maybe within that 2 years that you have, or you can customize maybe 100 elderly clients or patients. Administer medications according to prescribe. Okay. Improve the quality of life for clients by implementing engaging activities, increasing 20%. All right. So these are some of the past experience that you had as a care assistant. Now, you see, what I'm teaching now, that is how you transfer it to your job. I'm not going to teach for every job. So you see, how I'm doing for the midwife is the same thing. You first give your introduction, your current experience. If you have a past experience that is related to the job that you're going to apply in Canada, then you also have to tell the AI. Now we've done experiences. What about skills? What about skills or strength? So skills and strength. TH, not HT. Strength. Okay. So that one too, let me see if I have a skills of a midwife here. Do you have any skill of a midwife here? Skills. Okay. So I have a lot of skills. The first one is ability to participate in development and maintenance of positive learning, good written and verbal IT communication skills, ability to demonstrate knowledge in supporting women with infant feedings, a positive attitude towards training and development is also a skill, good time management, professional attitude, I can leave that one out. Self-motivated is fine. Ability to use your own initiative appropriately, able to work effectively as a team member is also fine. That is teamwork. Able to identify when to escalate issues is also fine. It's a nice skill. Flexible with shift patterns is very, very important because most employers will want you to be flexible so that they can call you anytime to come to work. Able to internally rotate throughout maternity. I can leave that one aside. All right. So these are some of the skills and strengths that I've written over there. Now, what additional instruction do you want to give to the software? Now, you have introduced yourself, you've explained your skills, your experiences, past and current experiences, but that is not all. If you have a gap, you remember the gap. If you have a gap on your CV or the resume, it is here that you have to explain your gap. If you don't have any gap, then you move to the next section. So some of the section is what we called the salary that you expectations of your salary, if you are willing to relocate, and a whole lot. So let me see if I have some of the. All right. So you see, this is one thing that you want to tell the employer. If it is a home care, like the home care, you can tell the employer that, oh, I'm looking to move to Canada through the new piloting program for home care workers. And since receiving a job offer is a requirement for eligibility, I sincerely hope that your company will shortlist me for one. So that is also another thing that you want to tell the employer that the AI don't know, because the AI don't know that there's a piloting in Canada. All the AI knows is you apply for a home care. But because this is maternity, midwife, and then it is not piloting, you don't need to type that thing over there. So that was just an illustration for you. You can tell them that you are seeking for a visa sponsorship. It's fine. So instead of that thing, because this is a midwife role and not a piloting, you can say, oh, I am seeking for a visa sponsorship to be able to relocate and work legally in Canada. It's fine. So the employer knows that, oh, you want LMIA or a visa sponsorship. Then the next thing you would like to tell the employer is probably, are you willing to come? When are you willing to come? See, so these are some of the additional stuff that you can tell the employer. So one is, if you believe that my skills and experience aligns with what you need, then I'm ready to start immediately. So some of the employers will ask you, are you willing to start immediately? So you see, it will answer this in your cover letter that yes, you are willing to start immediately if only the employer sees your skills and experience to align with what they need. Then you said, oh, I am even aiming to ensure a smooth and seamless integration into your team. That is also another fine. I'm also willing to relocate for the right job due to the distance. I would appreciate the opportunity to discuss my qualifications over phone or maybe in an interview form. So in through interview, through interview. That is another thing that you can tell the employer. And talking about salary, you said, oh, my salary expectations are within the salary range on the job market that you. So I hope to discuss these details once we have a chance, right? And then you tell them that at your convenience, please contact me through the home number or the email address I have provided. So you see, thanks in advance. So you see the kind of information that I have given to this software. So the software is coming to write it based on the instructions. And the instruction is first, the command is write an application letter for a midwife vacancy. And then the software, I told the software that they should write it academic level. Where is it? According to master's level, essay type, scholarship essay, number of pages, I need 1,000 words, then the special instructions to, I have given it to it. So you see, this software is going to base on a lot of instructions. So after that, I go to generate AI essay. So it is going to generate. So even though it is an artificial intelligence, it is going to write it to suit you. So the employer reading know that, oh, no software can know that, oh, you are a midwife. So you see that it is showing who you are instead of you going to use a chat GPT and say write a cover letter for a midwife. The chat GPT will never know that you are you practice for 3 years as a midwife. It is not going to know some of these instructions that you have input. You see, so this is very, very important. So at the end of the day, you have to click generate AI, and then it is going to generate for you. So generate, you just leave it to generate within 100%, and then it will come. All right. So now it is saying, hi, dear hiring manager, I wish to express my interest. So you see, one thing is after writing, you can read over again. If you're not okay with that English, you just go to clear. You just clear it. So you see clear, then you go to generate again. Then it will generate another writing for you. So let's read this one and see if it is okay for us. So I'm writing to express my interest as a midwife. Sorry, my interest in the midwife vacancy in your esteemed institution with a diploma in midwifery. So you see, this one alone is telling the employer that no, you wrote it, because how did the software get to know that you have diploma? So you see, so with a diploma in midwifery, 3 years of experience as a midwife, and 2 years as a care assistant, I believe that I possess the skills and the qualifications necessary to excel in this role. In my current position, I have honed my abilities to communicate effectively with pregnant women. So the instructions that you gave from your resume is what it has written in an essay form, but the resume was bulletin. So they are going to know that yes, you really used whatever. Due to my time as during my time as a care assistant, so your second job role to what you did as a care assistant, it has summarized whatever you gave to them. Then your skills, you remember that you gave them some skills. So the skills, so my skills and strength include ability, blah, 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 blah. So that one to it will summarize it into a writing for you. Then I am seeking for a visa sponsorship to be legally work in Canada, and I'm willing to also relocate for the right opportunity. If my skills align with your requirements, then I'm prepared to start immediate. So you see, the employer know that one, you are willing to relocate, you are able to start immediate, and also you need a visa sponsorship. I am open to discuss my qualifications further through an interview and hope to negotiate a salary within the range. You see, so these are some of the things that other softwares cannot do for you because they don't give you the chance to give them these instructions. Example is the first software I told you guys. You understand? All right. So now, if you are okay with it, what you're supposed to do is, you see, they'll give references of where they got it from. They got some of the from care assistant, where from some materials. So you have to skip that one. So you have to now copy this. You see, you copy them, you copy it, the English, and what you are supposed to do is to probably go and paste it. So at first, I used to teach two softwares, this one and the second one. But I realized that most of the employers in Canada are now using artificial intelligence to also read. So once you are using artificial intelligence to write, they are also using artificial intelligence to read your cover letters because they don't have time. And most of the softwares that they use can detect AI writings that, see, this person wrote from AI. Even though you have instructed, because the software is AI, their software will detect that you used another AI software to write. And most employers don't like that. They don't like that. And so another software is going to change your writing from AI to a humanized format. And that is the trick. And so their software can never detect that you used AI. And that is also another software. And so that is our third section. So now we've written our cover letter. We are done. But you see that the second software that I told you don't have the format. So you cannot save it and send to the employer. So what you're supposed to do was to pick it up and then come to the first software, this one, and then paste it over here. You understand? But because we are scared that AI will catch us, we need a third software to change it to a humanized format. And that is what we are coming to do now. If you don't understand, if you came here late, we have streamed 46 minutes. I cannot teach another 46 minutes for you. So what you're supposed to do is to follow what we are doing, and right after the video, you watch it over again. That is the solution. So now let us go to software number 3. Now, software number 3 is what you see, the quill boat. The quill boat. Now, this quill boat can do a lot of stuff. It can paraphrase, it can summarize, it can check plagiarism, and it can also check AI detector. So it has about 5 different roles that it is playing. Now, you can use the free version and you can use the subscribe version. If you want it to detect AI, you need to subscribe. If you want it to find plagiarism, you need to subscribe. If you want it to paraphrase nicely for you, because even the paraphrasing, they have about different format. But if you don't subscribe, they'll give you only 2 format. And so for you to excel, because you came here purposely for plagiarism and AI detector, you need to subscribe. And this software is also expensive. It is also £20 a month. So you see, at the end of the day, the softwares you are using alone is about £40. Because the first software for the cover letter format is about £3. The second is about 17.99, £18, £21. And this is also £20, about £40 of investment. Before you get the accurate stuff. So if you want to do it and you want to do it properly, you need to invest your money in such softwares. Because I have subscribed and every month they are deducting because I want to do things the right way. All right. So now we are going to paste whatever the writings that this software wrote for us. Okay. We are going to paste it here. And then because we are going to detect whether it is AI, so I have copied it, all the writings, I have copied it, Control+C, copy. Sorry, so this is it. So you see this software, this is the writing, what we use to write our second lesson. So I've copied everything, Control+C, and then I'm coming to the test software, and then I'm going to choose AI detector. So I click here, AI detector, and they are going to ask me to paste the writing over here. So I click paste. And so you see, it has pasted whatever the other software wrote for us here. So you can see all the writings over there. So I am writing to express my interest, blah, 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 in the midwife vacancy, blah, 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 blah. You can see. So it is there, it is there, it is there, it is there, it is there. Everything is there. All right. Now, after you detecting, yes. So after you paste, you need to now analyze to see if they are going to detect whether AI wrote it or not. So if they detect that you used AI, then you need to do another stuff. So I'm going to click analyze. So you see, they have detected that 89% of their writings were AI generated. That means only 11% is like you wrote it. Now they have AI generated here, their marking scheme. They have AI generated, and that is that brownish color. And they have AI generated and AI refined, and that is about, is it a violet or mauve color? And they have human written and AI refined, and that is a sea blue. And they have white color being human written. And so you are aiming at maybe one, two, three, and then you do away with AI generated. If it is AI generated and AI refined, it's fine. But that one, you want a small percentage out of that, and then the higher percentages will come down here. Okay, and then you know you are good to go. If possible, and you are getting 100% human written, that is excellent. But sometimes you will not be able to get 100% human written because you know that genuinely you didn't write it yourself. So this is what you're going to do. You have two ways, either to do it paragraph by paragraph, paragraph by paragraph, change it to human writing, or you do it all, right? You copy everything and then you paste it. Now you have the paraphraser tool. We are going to change the writings. We are going to paraphrase so that it is not going to be like the first AI wrote it for us. So the first AI wrote it, and now we want to change it to a different writing where they are not going to detect that an AI wrote it for us. And that is what we call the paraphrasing, to change the English. And that is the meaning of paraphrasing. So what you're supposed to do is, if you click paraphrasing, you are going to lose everything here. So you are supposed to open another tab on either the Chrome or whatever. So that you open another tab, the same keyboard again, and that tab, you go and then choose paraphrasing as that tab. So you see, I have opened another version of the keyboard here, and then it is now at the paraphrasing tool. And so the paraphrasing is what is here, the paraphraser. I've clicked the paraphraser, and this is how the paraphrasing is. That is how it shows, the paraphrasing shows. And the first one that we were seeing is this one, the AI detector. So you can see AI detector here. And now the second keyboard that I've opened is paraphrasing tool. So now I've opened two Quillboard softwares. Now what I'm going to do is either I paste the whole writing and then change the whole English, or I do it paragraph by paragraph. So if I do the first one and it didn't work for me, then I have to go paragraph by paragraph. So in order not to waste time, I'm going to paste the whole thing, try to change the whole English, and then if it doesn't work for me, I'll do it manually, the paragraph by paragraph. So I'll paste the whole writing from whatever the second AI wrote for us. So this is it. I'm writing to express my interest in the midwife vacancy. Now they are going to ask you which format of English. Do you want to change it to a standard English, fluency, expand, natural? They have formal, academic, simple, creative, shorten, customize. Which one do you want to? So if you have subscribed to choose the AI, then it will open all this for you. So let's say, for instance, I want you to write it in a form of fluency, for it to write it in such a way that I am fluent in English. So you see that it has written it in a different format. But one thing that I want you to be aware of the writings, sometimes it does not write academically. Example, shortening of words. I am, and it will write it I am, I apostrophe M. It's not a good academic writing. It is not a professional writing. And so fluency is not going to work for us because some of the writings are in short forms. Let's go to something like academic. So we have chose academic. And so they are saying I have to log in first. Okay, fine. Let me log in because I didn't log in. It is saying upgrade. I need to log in first. All right. So I have tried to log in now. So this is the first writing. So the one from the AI is on our on the left hand side, and on the right hand side is the writing of the fluency. And I said the fluency, I don't like how it is abbreviating the words for us. And so we are going to choose academic writing. So academic is here. Some of you click on the more, you're going to get a lot here. We have custom, we have a lot. So now we are choosing academic. Let's see academic writing and see. So you see, academic writing is more of, it is professional. So you can see I am writing to convey my interest. I am writing to convey in my interest in the midwife position at your prestigious organization. And at first it said, I am writing to express my interest in the midwife vacancy in your esteemed institution. So you see that it has changed the English. Instead of I am writing to express my interest in the midwife vacancy in your esteemed institution, as it is written here, it has changed it to I am writing to convey my interest as a midwife in your prestigious organization. So you can see that it has paraphrased. So if you read through and then you are okay with whatever paraphrasing that it has done, you read to the end. Now, what you're supposed to do, you have to click here. You can see where the mouse is, the copy full text. You see this one, then you click copy. So you copy, and it is going to copy everything that it has paraphrased, the one on the right hand side, the new one for you. So as soon as you click here, this copy, this one, you click on it where the mouse is, it is going to copy everything. Then you come back to the AI detector and come and see if now it is going to catch you. So AI detector, back to AI detector, and then we are going to delete the first one. So we click delete and everything is gone. Then we paste the new one. So you can see I am writing to convey. So that means the new writing. Now you click analyze. So you see it has reduced to 75%. It has reduced to 75%. Okay, let's go back and change it to a formal writing. Let's go back. So we go and choose formal. Okay, let's see formal writing. So it is going to rewrite to a formal. Okay, so a formal writing is also saying that I am composing this letter to convey. Okay, so let's copy that one. And then we come back to the AI and then we delete this one and then we paste the formal writing and then we analyze. So you see, this one has increased to 90%, but it has reduced the AI to 14. And then we are getting the AI refined to be 76. And this is better than the first one because the first one was pure AI, but the second one is AI refined. And even though it has increased to 90%, it is fine than the first one. Now, another option is to try again to another type of writing. So you know why people come to me to write a cover letter for them, and it takes days and months for me to finish for them, and somebody don't understand. Why can't you do the cover letter? And they keep pressuring me. I say, Master, take your money and go. Because just one person, I can just be on the person for 2 hours, just the cover letter, because I want to do the writing for the person. And you know that the software that I'm using is even about 40 pounds if I should calculate everything for you. So if I leave you to go and do, you even spend about 40 pounds. And then you spend more than 2 hours to do even just the cover letter. And you come and you're giving me pressure. And that is why I ignore. So the past 3 months from August coming, I didn't mind anybody. August, September, October, all coming, I never responded to emails. It was just November that I've responded to August emails because some people really piss me off. I said, okay, go and do whatever you can do. You think it is easy? No. So me teaching you alone, if you start practicing, you know why you have to exercise patience for yourself. So still we are not getting what we want because it is still having some percentages. So now I have to come back and see maybe what writing, standard writing is fine. Okay, let's choose a standard writing. Standard writing has an abbreviation and I don't want it. So let's go to natural. Natural is also having abbreviations. I don't want it. We've done simple, creative. Let's go to creative. All right, so creative is fine. Now, creative paraphrasing, Let's copy it and then come back to our AI, delete this one, paste the creative, and then see the. So you see, this is fine. Now we are getting 34% humanized, and then 66% AI refined, and 0% AI. So it is not detecting AI, it is only detecting AI refined. And so it's better. And it is even giving us about 34% human. Now, what we are supposed to do is to reduce the AI refined and get more percentage at the human refined. And at this point, we have exhausted almost the topics of the paraphrasing. So what we are supposed to do is to go paragraph by paragraph instead of the entire paraphrasing. So now we are going, we look at which part is the blue color, and then we go and paraphrase that part. Okay, so let's say this paragraph, this paragraph, I am open to moving for the perfect job opportunity. Yes, I want to copy only this. I don't want to copy the upper part. So only the underlined. All right. So I copy Control plus C, and then I come here. Then I delete everything here. Now I don't need to copy the whole thing. So I need only this paragraph, this small paragraph, because if I go paragraph by paragraph, I can really get it. So now I paraphrase it again into a creative. So another rephrase of the creative. So this one was, I am open to moving for a perfect job opportunity and seeking a sponsorship. And this one says, to legitimately work in Canada, I am applying for a work visa through sponsor. All right. So let's see this copy. So we copy this one, and then we come back, and then we paste it at where we have highlighted. You see this one, and then we analyze to see if it is still the 66, but now it has become worse. It has gone back to worse. Yenim kra nke yɛanyɛ, yenim kra yɛanyɛ. But we don't have to worry because what we copied is right on the other part. You see how frustrating it can be? So you come back here, and then you see that you already have this one here, so you don't have to worry. All you have to do is to change the writing to formal. Let's go formal and see. All right. And then let's copy. Then we come here, and then we paste it again. Oh my God, why is it not working? Copy and paste. Okay, so it has changed. I am amenable to relocating to pursue. All right. Now let's analyze. It is still the same thing. It didn't change anything. So we still have to work on that. We still have to work on that. Now we have to come back and change the writing to, let's say, custom. And then we're not getting anything proper at the custom. Should we go academic and see something if there will be a magic? So let's go academic, and then let's go and then paste the academic and analyze. We are even getting it worse because we're having a pure AI here. So we don't want that. So you can stand at just one place and then you spend about 30 minutes trying to humanize, trying to humanize. Okay. Let's rephrase. That same academic, we are trying to rephrase and see it is not working for us. Let's go to simple English. Now, simple English, let's change the I am to I am and see something. And then we come here. And then we paste it. And then analyze. Yes, so it has reduced to 55. So we are going down. We are going down. It has reduced. It has given us some part of the white. It has reduced. Now let's go to this part also. this paragraph. So now we know that that format that we use is going to help us. So let's see if it is going to help this paragraph also. I am highly skilled. So we copy it, and then we come here, and then we delete everything over here. Then we paste the new paragraph here and try to paraphrase in a simple writing and see something. So we only have to change the I am to a proper I am. Okay, then we copy it, and then we come here, and then we paste it. Analyze. It is not giving us a feedback. It is still giving us it's not helping us. So we have to go back, and then let's choose fluency. Let's choose fluency and see something. Okay, so fluency now it's not. Let's rephrase again. Okay, and then we come to this place, and then we paste it here. Analyze. It's still not helping us. Let's copy and then come back. Let's go to formal writing, and then we see something, whether there will be a magic. Whether there is going to be a magic now. It's still not doing anything. It's still giving us 56%. We need to reduce the AI to, let's say, 30 and get more of the humanize. So I will still copy it and then come back. And then let's use we have something we call casual. One time casual was really helping me. Casual writing. Done. Casual. Yes, I've got some solid skills. No, so casual write is not more professional. I've got some solid skills in a bunch of areas. No, I don't like casual. Casual is more of, let's say, simple. But simple was not working for us. I think we have used simple. Have we gone natural? Expand. Let's go expand and see something. Yeah, let's go expand. Let's go expand. And then we see something. Let's copy. And then we come back. And then we paste it. Still, okay, it has reduced some aspect. So now AI is now 54 instead of 56. It's fine. I'm even tired. So this part. This part. This part. We need to copy only that part. And then we come here. We paste it. Then we paraphrase and see something. Expand form of writing. And then let's see if it's going to change for us. It didn't work for us. We need to copy the whole thing back and then come back to shorten form of writing, and then shorten form of writing here, and then we copy. Sometimes I don't like shorten because it takes some key points from it. But if you trying and it's not working, then shorten can also help you. Analyze. So sorting is now giving us more of AI instead of that. And so I don't like that. It has, even though it has reduced it, but it's still giving us AI writings. So I wouldn't like that. So now I need to clear this AI from there. If I'm able to clear it from there, then we are good to go. List. Simple. Creative. Creative. I've assisted 100 people. Okay. Then I come here, then paste, analyze. This thing, it can really frustrate you. You see how it is going up again. Oh my god. Now it has moved from the AI and back to the refine, but it has increased to 53. I can see that people are saying, somebody say, hey, it's not easy, oh, you're doing well. You just sleep in your comfort zone and then you giving people pressure. Tips, my resume, my cover letter, my cover letter. Some people they pressure me. To be frank, if you pressure me and I get angry, I'll just push it to you because when I finish writing, I have to spend more time to do it for you. So sometimes I do about 50%. I want to reduce it and you still pressure me. I'll just forward it to you. It is only those who have time for me and I have time for them. Simple. Let's go to fluency. Fluency. Because any software that you write, you not get this. This is an additional software that I use to at least help you to humanize. And it really takes time. And so if somebody's right on my neck, I'll just push it. But I need to teach everybody. Good, good. So now you see, case closed, 28%. We are not touching it again. It's good because now AI generated is 0%. You see how happy you guys are? Patience is the key. So let's say I was doing it for you, I felt asleep, and then I said the next day I'll do it. So I just wake up and say, Master, take your CV, take your cover letter. You see, because sometimes it can frustrate you. You have to use your mind. You see, now 28%. So the 28% is telling you that AI detection is zero. AI generated is 28%, but that one is refined. That means it was written by AI, but you have paraphrased, you have changed the writings, so you have refined it. So it's fine. And then you yourself wrote 72% of it. And an employer will not blame you for that. You see, so this is fine. So right after now, you know that, okay, you have a perfect writing. What you're supposed to do is to copy everything. So when you're copying, please copy from the bottom to the up. Okay, if you copy from the up to the bottom, you cannot scroll down. So copy from the bottom. You see, sometimes you cannot scroll down. So you copy from the bottom to the upper part, and then you get everything. You control plus C, copy. And then you come back to here, and then you change from the paraphrasing to plagiarism checker. So you look at this part. This is the paraphrasing. I don't need anything here again. I've copied it. So you see, now it was paraphrasing. We don't need to paraphrase. We've done paraphrasing. Now AI is just 28. But we want to know whether it is having plagiarism. So we click on the plagiarism checker, and then we are going to paste it over there. So we paste it over here. The new writings, not the old one. So the new one that I've copied from it, and then I'm going to scan. So yes, scan for me. Yes, scan for me. Scan for me. Scan for me. So this is the last phase. You just want to be sure that you have not plagiarized. Normally, I don't use the plagiarism because once it's not able to detect AI, you have not plagiarized. But I just want you to be sure. And because it's a bonus of this software, you can use it for free. Because once you subscribe, you can use any of their how do you call it? Their services. So you're not going to pay for your scanning. So after it is scanned, you go to view report and you're going to see that it's 0%. I told you that once you try to humanize it and get a lower AI detector, it is going to match 0% of plagiarism. And therefore, you are okay with it. And so now you know that you did the work. At first, it was 100% AI. Now you've tried your possible best to bring it to 28% of refined and humanize is 72. So that is better. And now plagiarism is 0%. So now that you know there is no plagiarism, now you are comfortable that you can now go and design your cover letter. So you go back to the first software. You go back to this software, and then you have the format and everything already. So you come here, and then you click here, you open it. And when you open, you delete this one, and then you paste all the writing that you copied to check, because you checked and there's no plagiarism. And then you have to read for the final time. I am writing to convey my enthusiasm about the midwife position now available at your prestigious organization. I am confident that my ability to succeed in this position because to my midwifery diploma, 3 years of experience in the field, and 2 years of work as a care assistant. That so you see the reason why you think that you are the best candidate or you're confident is because of your diploma in midwifery, your 3 years of experience, and also 2 years of work as a care assistant. Now, if you come down, being able to connect with pregnant women on, so you're going to list your experiences, and then it comes the care assistant experience also come, and then your skills and strength also come here as another paragraph, and then the other sections that you are willing to relocate, you need a visa sponsorship, you are open for salary negotiation, you are doing, so they all come. And the last one is if you are ready, they should contact you through email or schedule an interview sections with you, blah 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 blah. And then you said that they should also take time to review your resume because you attach a resume. So you save it, and you see, let me, all right. So after this, now we call something formatting. We need to format the writing to make it a bit bigger. So you come to the formatting, you see normal, we have small, normal, large. So you can go to large writings, at least large is fine. Okay. And then you go to color is blue, is fine. Template is Pacific, is fine. All right. So now you know that you are done. So after that, you go to finish my letter, and then you download it onto your computer. You download it onto your computer. So at this point, you know that you're going to get a fine. So let me download it, and then I'll show you something how it's going to be. Let me download it and then post it on the internet, and then you see how it's going to look. Download. So you can download as a PDF, as MS Word. So what I do is, those I write cover letters for, I used to download both the PDF and MS Word. And I tell them that they should submit the MS Word. Sorry, they should submit the PDF, and then they should keep the MS Word for future editing. Okay. All right. So now this is the downloaded version of it. So you can see how nice it is. I want to just zoom out, and then you see the writing. So if this was for you, you're going to see your name here, your address and everything over there, the day to come, and then midwife as RE, then dear hiring manager, I'm writing to convey my blah 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 blah. So everything is there. And now with this cover letter, you know that it contain whatever you are doing and not a chat GPT instructed. This one, you instructed a software based on what you are doing. Apart from that, it is also showing that it is AI undetected, about 20% of AI, and then 72% of humanized. So you are safe and you have not plagiarized. So if you give this software to any employer, if they should use AI detector to detect, it's going to detect only 28%. And even that one is a refined AI, not an actual AI. And they're going to see that, okay, about 72% was written by you. And now, if they are taking their time to read, they realize that whatever is there is pertaining to you. Is pertaining to you. You understand? And let me ask you, who will get time to teach you this? Look at how it is. Just a cover letter, I've used 1 hour, 20 minutes. If I'm supposed to teach you NHS supporting document, 2 hours is not okay for us. We have to do it about part one, part two. That is why I told you that some of these things we were supposed to learn in the tertiary, where you can sit in the classroom for English teacher to teach you within a week or 2 weeks. So when you come here and you want me to use 30 minutes to teach you, it will not work, because this is pure knowledge. This is pure essay writing. It's just like a teacher teaching you how do you call it, essay. They can not just use 1 hour to teach you. They can teach you from Monday to Friday and then give you exercise to do to see whether you will pass. And some of you will still fail. That is why I tell you that in this classroom, it is only for people who are serious. It is only for people who are serious who can be in my classroom. Because if you don't like watching long-term videos where you acquire knowledge, now if you know how to write with this strategy, if you are applying a visa and they are asking for letter of explanation, what you're supposed to do is the information that you want to give to the embassy, you command the AI, as I told you. So instead of you going to write your skills and experience, no, the information that you want to give to the embassy, you command the AI and then you give it a topic. So write a letter of explanation for a visitor visa to Canada embassy. That would be your heading. And then you command it, I want this information to be on, that information to be on, that info, and it will generate. And after that, you go and use the other software to refine it and check whether everything is fine before you can use the first software to save it as a PDF format. If it is something that you need to put it on the portal, then you put it on the portal. Sometimes you don't need to upload as a supporting document, especially when you're applying for a UK visa. They'll leave 1,000 words, a space for you to write something that you. So if you have an explanation and you think that your English is not good, you can command the AI to write it, you humanize it, and then you go and paste it. So before you even start the visa application, these are all documents that you should just get it on board. You've written everything. Oh, I need to do this to the embassy. So you've written everything before you even go on their portal. So when you read that section, you just copy it and then you paste it on their portal, and you're good to go. When you are doing school application after your student's CV, and they said they need personal statement of or statement of purpose. I've taught you how to write a statement of purpose. The idea of writing a statement of purpose, what is supposed to come on your statement of purpose, you command the essay writer. I want you to establish why I am choosing the school, why I'm choosing Canada, why I'm choosing the program. So you command the software whatever you want the software to write for you. So if I'm to teach you how to write a statement of purpose, it's these three softwares that I'm still going to use. So please, these are going to be our three basic softwares in our writings towards our journey of travel. Anything, any document that you go to an agent, people are charging £100, £200, $300 for writing documents like this for you because of the softwares that they've subscribed. And most of them, they don't even subscribe. Because if you come to me, I can choose to just use two softwares and I'll send it to you, and you don't know whether it is humanized or not. You understand? You will not know whether it is humanized or not. But I don't want it that way. I'm teaching you the writing so that if the employer will go an extra mile to check whether you used AI, they're not going to detect. If they don't check, to fine. So some people don't do it, but they still get job offer because not all employers will just go and investigate. But what if the employers investigate? That means they're not going to call you. So to increase your chances, that is why I have now given you 3 websites or 3 softwares for your writings. This is the end of our section for a cover letter. Another time, I will teach you how to write a supporting document for a UK job application. So this is for Canada and probably US. You can use this same format to write a motivation software, a motivational letter to apply job in Europe. Is the same thing. The name changes, but motivational letter, it is just this thing. What is motivating you to apply the job? So your skills experience is the same thing. UK supporting document is what you have to add additional stuffs like the values of the company, the person's specifications, and that is when you're going to use the compare and the contrast. So that one another time we are. So you people are going to benefit more when we are doing the UK one because you know the genesis of the writings, you know the softwares, you are conversant with the softwares already. So you are going to benefit more when I'm teaching the UK supporting documents, and that might be tomorrow, if God willing. All right. Good night to everybody. Stay blessed. Bye bye.